Hey, I'm Eric Raddatz, and I'm the founder and executive director for the Fort Myers Film Festival. What?
Tell me a little bit about yourself, Eric.
I like long walks on the beach and Chardonnays. Sometimes we mix in a little Cavassier, put on a little berry.
So, what was your inspiration for this festival?
Having traveled and been to film festivals all over the world, it was a surprise after doing a couple of films that there was no local outlets for film festivals here in town. So about 2008, started the Naples International Film Festival, and then the next year, the Fort Myers Film Festival. It's our second year, so my second year of my second festival. What it does is, in number one, I don't have to really pay for any Netflix monthly fees because I have hundreds of films coming to me that are submitted that I get to watch. So it was pretty much mostly to just forego that whole $14.95 bill.
How many films you got in the festival this year?
2012, our year, we have 77 films in the festival, representing about over a dozen countries, and a dozen to a couple dozen local filmmakers, stars, actors here represented. The full schedule is playing at the Sidney and Berne Davis Arts Center. I'm proud of these films. These films are thought-provoking. They're powerful. They're deep. They are sometimes very edgy. We tackle subjects that mainstream filtered kind of mass production companies may not, and certainly they're covered in such a way that maybe is a subject that is shown in a light that you've never considered before, and that's exciting to me. There's the motivation for most with the Fort Myers Film Festival, if not all, certainly myself, is the wonderful culture that it brings. Independent film has the ability to inspire, to entertain, to educate, to build tolerance, to combat ignorance. Really, there's nothing kind of finer for me at this phase, as far as quality of life goes, than overseeing this Fort Myers Film Festival. It's brought a lot of excitement into the community. It's inspired a lot of other filmmakers to create films who maybe never would thought of doing films or creating films ever before. Knowing that there's an outlet for films here in Fort Myers is exciting to many. It's a source of joy to me. It certainly enhances the quality of those who become involved, and enhances kind of the cultural capacity of the community with which we live, which overall makes it a better place to live and edifies and nurtures our lives individually and collectively. So.
What are your favorite films of the festival this year?
They're all like children to me. All of the films in this festival are like children to me. All 77 films are like wonderful children to me. But our opening night film, French Immersion, was one by Kevin Tierney that we decided really we'd love to have as a U.S. premiere. Very intelligently written, kind of character-driven, with a sensitivity to the subtleties of relationships, the quaintness of a small town, interactivity of humans, how we kind of collectively as a community and independently go through life. Sometimes the scenes were very warm, very deep, and sometimes they were very plain. And I liked it. I thought it was one of my favorites this year. But that's not to say I don't like Mambo Man, the documentary of Cuban Pete Aguirre. This is a world premiere. Pete Aguirre, Cuban Pete, had a troubled childhood. He turned his ambitions to dance. He eventually became what many Latin musicians, performers, and artists call the finest mambo dancer ever to live. His partner, Barbara Craddock, will be here for the Fort Myers Film Festival. And having it be the first played in the world is exciting to me. The Power of Two is a great film. Two twins born with cystic fibrosis struggle to get lung transplants. the Tetris masters, the top Tetris players of all time come together for a big world competition. Remedy, locally, Dawn, Crust, 3 local films by Patrick Mitchell, Tim Ritter, Perry Wilson, with a lot of local stars come together. They all have shot them here. We've played them first here. It's a source of pride that we can support local films. These are good films. They're films that will go on to get into other festivals, probably win awards at other festivals. Playing them here at the Fort Myers Film Festival is big for me because at some point, and I think the point may come quicker or may even be here now, people will look to this festival with a reputation for giving consideration to not just local films, but films with heart, films that are exciting, films that are edgy. That's a fun reputation to have, and I hope that's a reputation. But the list goes on and on of films that I love, and so I feel like I could go on and on about each one, but there's a few.
One last question. You yourself, you're a filmmaker as well. Any films you're working on or planning on working on, or work on any this year, or tell me a little bit about that?
I've been writing a little bit more lately. At some point, I'm gonna make the tackle as to which project I want to do. I've been in discussion with a lot of different screenplay writers. We're maybe going to do Intellectualization Mondays as a series. It might run on a bigger network. So that's a big consideration for me. Intellectualization Mondays is a Monday night series where we take a look at films and take a look at judges and how an audience of the public perceives the films. So that's kind of on my list of things to do. But also, I've been writing. There's a Jackie Gomez that says that she's looking at a film that she wanted me to play a part in. So, if she calls me, I don't know if she's working with my agent or he hasn't told me if she's, made some sort of, there's back and forth that goes on. There's a lot of negotiations.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. Eric, anything
Thank you.
Anything for 2013?
Go Fort Myers Film Festival. What?